Now, have you ever been watching the racing over on GCN Plus and heard the commentators say the bunch is choosing to ride easy?
Yeah, now this might not be something you're used to, and for good reason, because climbing is always said to be quite hard. Actually, Manon, you said before, you've never done a climb easy in your life.
No, hell no. But if you're wondering how you choose to climb easy, well, have no fear. We've put together a list of top tips to help you do just that.
Momentum. Now, when you're coming into the bottom of the climb, you want to save as much momentum as humanly possible. And you can do that by saving speed from the flat or the bottom of a descent. Now, when you come up the descent, you want to hold the momentum, and as you start dropping the speed as you ascend, go up through the gears. Now, once you find a nice pace that you can maintain and a nice RPM, so a nice cadence, you want to try and maintain that steady cadence. So there you go, and before you know it, you're halfway up the climb.
Next up, gear selection is key to taking a climb easy. What you don't want to do is be grinding your way up the climb with a really low cadence, making your legs really tired and basically suffering all the way up. Instead, you want a nice high cadence, anything around 80 RPM and above, and you want to maintain that. If you are struggling to get to that cadence, then you might want to consider changing some of your gears. Maybe get a 34 tooth on the front, or maybe a low cassette at the back. That way you can maintain a nice high cadence, helping you to ride just that little bit easier.
Pace. Now, believe it or not, pros don't always ride flat out. It might look like it to us on TV, but actually a lot of the race is done quite easy before maybe the last 15 kilometers. Now, I remember being in races where it was so easy. I mean, there were moments, 50, 60K, where you're just cruising. And so we can involve that into our climbing too. Now, what I'd like to do is sit 75 to 80% within your threshold. Now, if you've got a heart rate monitor or a power meter, you can really make sure you don't push yourself, saving some energy and thus finding those climbs that bit easier. So, top tip, get yourself a heart rate monitor or a power meter. But if you can't afford one of those, or you just don't fancy it, you can also judge the effort by how much you can talk. Now, 75% of your threshold, you should be able to maintain a bit of a conversation, some sentences like myself now, and that way you know you're riding within yourself. And when you get to the top, you've got enough energy to power on through. So the idea here is as soon as it flattens out, you've got enough energy to go back through the gears and then back up to speed.
If riding up a climb easy isn't an option on a group ride and you're worried about losing contact with your riding buddies, then try and give yourself some sliding room. And what I mean by this is when you hit the bottom of the climb, make sure you're at the front of the group. Then you can ride up the climb at your own pace and you can slide back through the group, and by the top of the climb, you'll be at the back of the group but still in contact with them. This is something I used to do in racing all the time, and I do it on the GCN group rides as well. And sometimes I'm even lucky enough to get a little push from one of the GCN crew. And hopefully your riding buddies are as nice as mine and give you a push too.
Now, if all else fails, all you can do is take a well-timed pee break. Not only does this allow you to have a little bit of a breather, but it also allows you to climb at your own pace. Right, come on guys, give me some space. Now, failing all that, you can use the trusty trick that Connor tells me he used. Now, this is taking a pee at the bottom of the climb, letting all the cars go through and then getting a number of sticky bottles all the way to the top of the climb. Yeah, now this works if you've got a team car with you on every group ride. I highly doubt that's the case, and if so, well, you just might have to ask a friend with a gentle push on the back if you're really struggling. But there's a number of options there that could see you get to the climb that bit easier. I just don't reckon Colin's trick of holding on to cars is the best one. Anyway, I'll leave it with you.
So those are some of our top tips for making climbing just that little bit easier.
Yeah, let us know in the comment section below if you love climbing or it's just one of those things that you struggle up. We'd love to hear from you. And don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. And we'll see you, won't we, in the next big video.
See you later.
Ciao.